welcome. I appreciate everyone coming on today. We're getting started here. I know we're 2 minutes late, but I'm sure you guys will forgive me for that. Thank you all for joining. We have quite a few things we want to talk about, especially all that nonsense. Obviously, our Rhino governor has been doing, or is planning on doing, or thinks he can do. We'll see if he even thinks he can do it, or we know he thinks he can do it. The question is, will people stand up and prevent him from doing it? So with that being said, we'll go right into the quote of the week and what happened in today in American history. Well, today in American history, if you guys don't know, in the Marines and sailors from the iron-hulled screw steamer Ranger went on shore to Panama City, Colombia, and they protected U.S. citizens' lives, which obviously, eventually, Colombia got their independence in November 3rd. But May 18th was the straw that broke the camel's back. So, obviously, our whole theme this week is going to be veterans, past and present. As y'all know, exactly 7 days away from Memorial Day. One piece of advice I could tell you, as a veteran myself, do not thank a veteran on Memorial Day. It's not about us. It's about those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Those are the ones that deserve our thanks above all else. Those are the ones that when we're out there barbecuing, breaking the governor's law by having your entire family and friends over for a barbecue, those are the people who should be in your minds and your thoughts. Is those who sacrificed their lives for our freedoms that we have today that are being threatened to this day. So think about that. All those individuals who passed away on the slopes of Arlington Cemetery, who gave their lives for our freedoms, they're being threatened to this day. For the quote of the week, go to my main man, Sam Adams. But the Constitution shall never be construed to prevent the people of the United States who are peaceful citizens from keeping their own arms. There's a reason why I chose this one. And I like the picture, obviously. We get the Statue of Liberty right there. The reason why is I saw an article. I'm trying to pull it up right now so you can see it. But what happened was these police officers had a search warrant to go into someone's home, and a legal search warrant. However, they went in their civilian clothes, and it was a no-knock search warrant, which I am completely against, and I'll explain why. Well, this incident is actually exactly why there should be no such thing as a no-knock search warrant. They busted in these people's apartment or their home, civilian clothes, mind you, did not announce themselves. The owners of the house obviously had a gun legally, and they shot at these supposed intruders, not knowing who they were, shot at one cop, and one lady lost her life, the resident of the house. Excuse the barking. That's my protective dog right now, probably barking at a leaf that's going across the yard. So that's the reason why, one, we deserve to have our own arms. But as you all know, it definitely was wrong for these police officers in their civilian clothes to enforce a search warrant. And they complained about why they were shot at. Obviously, the police officers took the life of one of the residents. The other resident is currently being charged with attempted murder of a police officer. Figure that one out. Angel, Joe, Tim, Johanna, Trudy, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Yes, we did fix that glitch from before, so this thing should not freeze up. The nursing student in Baltimore? No, I did not, Joe. I did not hear about that. I'll look that up, though. But yes, obviously, Sam Adams, one of our forefathers, great guy. The next thing we want to talk about, obviously, is the stay-at-home order and Dewine's awesome ability to basically say, screw the Constitution, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. Is everything okay, love?
It's a dog running.
It's a dog? Okay, it's not a leaf running around outside. It's a dog running around outside. And my dog Apparently he's trying to be protective, but he's a baby and he would not do anything to hurt anybody. If anything, he'll probably want more attention, sit on your lap. But in regards to Dewine, if y'all haven't listened to what he was saying, he plans on pulling the plug on any restaurant that refuses or chooses not to abide by the 6 foot and the 10-person minimum for parties. He is going to shut them down, fine them, and possibly take their license away. Apparently now there's also going to be random searches on these restaurants. So getting somebody to come to your restaurant and periodically check to make sure you're social distancing. First of all, if you're outside the restaurant, that's my dog again. You have to trust these restaurants. If you guys don't feel safe being out in public, then don't go. I personally feel extremely safe right now. I'm sorry, that's my dog. This is a good mic. You guys might be picking up his barking. I personally feel safe. If I want to go to the restaurant and not wear a mask, I will feel safe. If you feel like it's not safe and that you're worried about catching anything, then wear a mask. I don't care. That's your right. Do whatever you want. It's my right not to wear one. But having the governor threaten people from putting on fines, fees, taking away their licensing, it's inappropriate and it's wrong in so many ways. He does need to leave office. I mean, I'm not saying we need to start a coup or anything like that, but I think it's time for new representation. So, Jim, you better be running for governor because you got my vote. Because I know you would not do this. I'll link his page to you guys. But he's a good man. Not the governor. Ohio's Futures Foundation is what he started. It's all about Ohio's future. Let me see if I can't get it up here for you all. If y'all get a chance, definitely log on there, like his page. He's a great man. I mean, he definitely does need to step up and do it. I'm pretty sure he is. I hope he is, because he's a good guy. And he's definitely not a rhino. He speaks his mind. He's honest. I don't agree with everything, but he'll sit there and listen. Even if he disagrees, he'll sit there, he'll listen, and he'll take in your thoughts and your opinions into consideration before he makes a decision, which is great. It's what we need as a leader. He's not a boss. He's a leader. Just like we talked about the last two podcasts we had. A leader is an individual will take on consideration information from everybody. A boss obviously just vomits out orders, like Dewine. You can share this, absolutely. By all means, definitely share this page. Share my page. Share my videos. Let's get the name out there because, again, I'm not going anywhere. I will do something. Right now, we're just taking a break. We worked hard over the last year campaigning. Yes, it didn't go our way, but it doesn't mean I have to stop helping individuals and bringing things to light that need attention. We read more of that Heroes Act that Pelosi and her group wanted to push. Yes, it did pass the House, but no, it won't pass the Senate. It'll be dead as soon as it gets there. It should be, if my memory serves me correct, I didn't look it up today, but when I looked it up the other day, they're actually going to be reviewing and voting on it tomorrow. Or throwing it on the ground and burning it. Hopefully they're doing both. It's pretty much a bill specifically designed to raise taxes on small businesses. It wants more bigger government to remove smaller government. You know what happens? Either way, you either have more government or bigger government and less small government, or you have small government and less big government. There's no middle. It's either one or the other. And right now, the left is trying to take all the power that they have or that they want away from us. If they do that, there will be no need for trustees, board of education, commissioners. Why don't we just get rid of state reps too? Just make it all federal. Since the federal government right now, the left, wants to take all that power away from us. There's a reason why our Constitution, and you all know this, there's a reason why our Constitution was written the way it was. To prevent us from becoming the very thing that we are trying, or not we, but what we, America, is being turned into because of the left. They're constantly trying to take our rights away from us, give us more money. They want to do another $3 trillion stim package, which has passed the House. But we haven't even given everyone the money from the first bill. And the first bill was pretty much hogwash. All the money was going to corporations anyways. Only about 8% of that $2 trillion went to the people. And about 80% of the people haven't even gotten their money yet. Hey, Jen. Matthew. Scotty, thanks for joining. Yeah, she wants to guess, Jeannie. She does. In that bill, it specifies she wants to give the illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, the stim as well. That's the reason why California is out of money. All the sanctuary cities are out of money. So they need to help out the sanctuary cities and sanctuary states with that $3 trillion. Because they have no money. Because they're giving it themselves to these illegal aliens who do not belong here. Because they did not go through the appropriate, proper legal procedures to become American citizens. Which really is not hard. Yeah, you got yours last. Exactly, David. You just got yours last week. But yeah, we're going to give another $3 trillion out. I'm against giving money out for free, for nothing. But thinking outside the box, I get it. You know, whether you like the governor shutting down the state or not, all the other governors shutting it down or not, if the state shuts down businesses because of a epidemic that's going on, yeah, I kind of could see the government helping those employees who got laid off because the government shut them down. You know, not because they did a health scare or they had rats in their building, but because of it. What happened right now, the government shut it down. Whatever they had the right to or not, they did. Those are the people we should have been helping. Not people like me, not the people whose hours weren't cut, not the people who are still getting paychecks, not the people who were currently on unemployment. Because if you're currently on unemployment before this happened, your situation didn't change. Now, extending unemployment, yeah. You know, it's extending unemployment because obviously you're not going to find a job when businesses and companies are closing. I can get that. But to give a family like this $3 trillion and the one Tim Ryan wants to give, $2,000 to everybody in the household that's over 16 and then $500 for every kid you have up to 3 kids, that is ridiculous. I've said it before. I only make $2,000 a month. What the hell do I need $5,000 for? Well, I have a laundry list of things I can use $5,000 for, but we're not struggling like the majority of the citizens here in Ohio, specifically 13th District and Mahoning County, is suffering from. And then we got Trumbull, Columbiana, Portage, Stark. Everyone in Ohio is struggling, except for the elected officials who vote for their own pay raise. Yeah, I did read they also want to do a lot more to, what was it? I have it on my paper here. I have my yellow paper. You know, I'm pretty much emulating Dewine. So let me just get my yellow paper and just, yeah, it's kind of weird. I put the yellow up and my green screen goes away. Apparently they want more studies for diversity in cannabis. So you're telling me this bill, which is primarily this $3 trillion bill that they want passed, which is primarily to help out those suffering from this COVID epidemic. Let's give money to research cannabis. Sorry, cannabis and COVID mixed together is not a good word. The cannabis. It is money. It's just bringing our national debt up higher, Ginny. Yeah, you're correct. It's ridiculous. It's wrong. I, Joe, I see that TikTok or Angel. If you, that doesn't really tell me who posted. I tried looking up Tim Ryan's TikTok. TikTok means like you're playing tic tac toe. I just signed up for TikTok because I guess that's another rising social media platform. I'm not too sure. The only time I saw TikTok was when my mayor, Tito, was throwing a clipboard down on the ground and then running back inside. Not really too sure what that's all about. Representative Tim Ryan. I'll have to figure that one out. I'm not saying I'm computer illiterate, but when it comes to social media, I got Twitter, I got Facebook, I got YouTube, I got Twitch, I got Discord. There is so much social media platforms out there. It's ridiculous to keep track of them all. Like today, after I'm done with this, I probably will go on Twitch and play video games. I probably will play World of Warcraft because I'm stuck at home. All right. As for Governor Dewine pulling the plug, I say open your business how you want to open it. It's your business. Now, there are some health concerns that I want to worry about, and obviously, there's a thing out there. There is a pandemic. I don't think that the COVID is 100% a hoax. I do believe it's an illness. It's out there, but it's controllable as long as we wash our hands and we're not talking and I'm spitting and sneezing in your face, just like anything else. I don't wear my mask outside of work. While I work, we wear a mask. They're mandating it. I get it. I will wear it. We are production. We make food. We make little kits and stuff for the military. When people talk, things come out of your mouth without you knowing sometimes. So, yeah, the face mask, I see the benefits in that, even before all this COVID thing happened. So, for businesses like that, yeah, but if you're in a mechanic shop, if you're working on a car, wear them if you want. Who cares? There's no point mandating people like things like that. But if you're working like a Pizza Hut and you're making food, not wearing gloves, because you don't have to, because there is a kill step, the oven. They do wash their hands, but regardless, when you're talking, you're breathing, things have a tendency coming out. The mask would stop that. I'd get away with that one. I would be like, okay, but doing taxes, whatever. Dewine is a Democrat in disguise. Michael, thanks for joining. Christy. If you guys don't know, Christy just joined. Her son, my nephew, just turned 8 yesterday. So, I can't believe it has been that long, or that it's time's flying by real fast. My first son's 11. We have a 4-year-old. My nephew's 8. It's ridiculous. I didn't like Dewine the second that he implemented his pink flag laws and then trying to bring illegal immigrants, or refugees, that even Australia refused because they were mostly coming from the Middle East without any type of vetting to bring to Ohio. As I said before, and I have the last year, we're a nation of immigrants. come on over the proper way. If you need asylum because you're trying to run away from, you know, persecution, trying to be people, obviously different countries, they will want to kill you. Women can't even leave their house without a man next to them. That's wrong. And if they're trying to escape that, yeah, come here. We'll help you through the process. But don't just jump the wall and think you can get free everything when we got starving people in the streets. Logan and Alice Cooper. Yes, I will pop that up. Those of you who don't know, this. Let me see if I do the, 1 second. This is Alice Cooper. Right there. Alice Cooper. If you don't know who Alice Cooper is, he sings that song, School's Out for Summer, you know? I won't try singing, but it's like School's Out for Summer. And he's got a whole bunch of other songs. That baby right there, that's mine. Alice Cooper held my baby. Well, he caught our baby. So I'll tell you this story because it's all about personal stuff too. So we'll revert back. But yeah, that is Alice Cooper holding my 4-year-old. Obviously at the time he's not 4. You know, this is when he was first born. My baby. Bam! And the best thing is, he's like, come to Uncle Alice. It was awesome. But that story with that, however, is me and my wife were at Panera, and we were just hanging out. I looked over, I'm like, what the heck? And I look at my wife, and she's like, almost got a tear down her eye. And I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, oh my God, that's Alice Cooper. It's Alice Cooper. I'm like, okay. So for me, I'm like, just leave the man alone. He's being bombarded. So we're eating. And then he gets up to walk. And she's like, we need to see him. I'm like, just leave him alone. He gets bombarded all the time. And then we hear him talking about how he just became a grandfather because he was complimenting someone else's child. A young girl, well, probably about 20s, had a child as well. And he was complimenting her child. Well, as he walked away, she stood up and was like, well, that guy's weird. And everyone else stood up and was like, do you not know who that weird guy is? She's like, who? I'm like, that's Alice Cooper. And she's like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Well, needless to say, my wife and I, or me, I was forced by my wife to stalk Alice Cooper in Barnes & Noble. And follow him around, basically. And I was like, give me Logan real quick. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'll get you to talk to him if you want. As he was leaving, I left. With Logan in my arm. Now, keep in mind, he's already child tunnel vision because he talked about his grandkids. He's now a brand new grandfather. Obviously, 4 years ago. Compliment. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I acted like, oh, wait, aren't you so-and-so? He's like, yeah. The next thing I know is that my wife is ripping Logan out of my hands and saying, hey, hold my baby. And that's how that happened. Cool story. Love it. But then we went home and looked at some of his music videos and saw the one with the baby. And we're like, he held our baby. That's kind of weird. Ruth, I play that song every time my kids go out or they get done with... My brother does it too. They play School's Out for Summer. You can't. It's a classic. You have to. Every last day of school, you put the CD in or you find it on YouTube and you blare it as your kids come walking to your car or van. You have to. It's a must. It is an American tradition. Starting now. Back to... Obviously that was personal, so we'll go back to all this hogwash that's going on. Who here knows about Stand Your Ground? Oh, wait a minute, see a few comments. But obviously what Stand Your Ground is, you have a right to stand your ground for your own residence in your home. We don't have that here in Ohio. Why? I really wish I knew. But right now, what is Ohio? Ohio is a duty to retreat state. You know what that means? A duty to retreat state means if somebody breaks into my house, whether he has a gun or not, I have to attempt to escape before I can use any type of lethal force. Explain to me how that makes any common bleeping sense. I have a 4-year-old upstairs. I have an 11-year-old upstairs. I have my wife in the other room. I have a 15-year-old too, but he's at his dad's house. But I would have him too. It is my job as a parent to protect my family. And you tell me I have to escape first? I might get kicked off Facebook for this, or lose some viewers for this. But I'm a Marine. I don't retreat. It's never going to happen. So contact your state representative. Let them know. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Push, push, push for stand your ground. We have a right to defend our property, our family. We need to make it happen. So this also is coming election. You make sure before you vote for individuals who are for the stand your ground. We all know Michelle Laporhagen from the 58th, 59th district, the state representative district. She is against it. Loychek, he's running as a state rep for a state rep position. He's for stand your ground. Great guy. Protect your family. He is a veteran as well. But yes, you have, for the duty retreat, you have to make reasonable attempt to leave. You need to make an attempt to escape before you make any type of bodily harm to an individual. Wrong on so many levels. And we all know that. Oh, there we go. So a new program, trying to figure out the glitches here. All right. In regards to the, I can specify more on that. With the government's or the governor's pretty much saying he's going to pull the plug. Did you guys not know that small businesses, they are the backbone of our economy? The thing that's going to make our economy go back up to get better from being destroyed from this shutdown is the small businesses. But also because of this pandemic, we are having 1 in every 5 business will not open back up. And then 3 out of the other 5 are going to struggle for the next 3 to 5 years. And 80% of them going to fail 80% of the time because they won't be able to come back. Which is why we need to ensure we help out small businesses. Sorry, I thought someone was saying lockdown now. I got stunned, but I saw the end of the lockdown now. Yes, Joe, I agree. A COVID app that will access all of my contacts? No, I did not. I mean, I'm sure that there is apps out there that you can download. Are you talking about something that's like behind the scenes that we won't know about? Probably. I see that happening. I mean, I don't trust the government. when I worked for the government for 11 years in the Marine Corps. They will find a way to do whatever the hell they want. It is. Me and my wife are trying to. Yes, Joe. This depression is the government's fault. It's completely their fault. Trump did an amazing job bringing us back from the muddy pits of hell that what Obama brought us in. We were finally dusting off our boots, and then we get slammed right back into it. Not his fault. You know, I get it. But if anyone's going to get us out of it, it's going to be Trump and his administration. It'll be us, the people. Because he'll allow us to do what we need. He's for smaller government. We need our local government. We don't need bigger federal government. The federal government needs to get their hands out of our pockets and let us do us. Let Ohio do Ohio. Let Michigan do Michigan. Minus the governor there, because she's more of a quack than ours. Let every state do them. And you be there, as a federal government, you be there to assist when they need it. But you don't sit there like Big Brother and constantly hold their hand and prevent them from making a mistake. They have to do it. They have to succeed. It's the only way we as Americans can succeed and become the number one country again in the world. We can become the world superpower again. Yeah, they could try quarantine me. They can kiss my butt. I'm not. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a Marine. You can't force me. If I'm sick, I'm going to stay home. I'm not going to get anyone sick. But don't tell me I can't leave my house. Yes, Newton Falls and Canfield, they did cancel the 4th of July celebrations. I think it's stupid too, David. I plan on going to Phantom Fireworks and probably going to sleep on the couch, but I'm going to spend quite a bit of money. Hopefully my wife's not watching or listening, but I plan on spending a lot of money buying fireworks. So if you're by the high school, you see fireworks going off in Austin Town, that's this guy and probably some other crazy neighbors. The last time we did it last year too. We only buy a few. But I think this year we're going to go all out. The House bill, it's the House HR 6800, 6800. I'll link it. This is for one of my YouTube's viewers. Hold on. New program. Sign into chat. I gotta sign into chat. Alright. For those who don't know, that's the bill that Pelosi wants to, that has passed the House and Pelosi wants the Senate to pass. It's complete garbage. I mean, there are some things in there that, yeah, I would like to give grants to. But that needs to be its own separate thing. Stop our federal government, Pelosi and her crew, all of them, the Republicans do it too. You need to stop making bills and putting in their own agenda at the bottom or putting it in behind a different section of it. Oh, I know Senate won't pass it, but I mean, I've seen stranger things, Lisa. I'm sure it's going to go back and forth and it's going to be amended and fixed and just like it was before. But I see them coming out. I can see them approving another STEM bill. It may not be this one. It'll be amended or it'll be a different one, lesser or whatever. But it's definitely not the right time. Because first of all, the first one, the 2.2 trillion, not all the money's out yet. We have to give that time to cycle its way through to see how that's doing before you do another one. For example, to all my nerds out there. This is to the nerds. This is how I explain it. If you're playing a video game and you're dying and you take a health potion and you're full 100% health, are you going to take another one? No, because you're full health. My car guys, When your gas tank is full, are you going to keep putting gas in it? What's going to happen if you keep doing that? It's going to go all over the floor. It's going to ruin everything. Same purpose. Let the money go out. See what it does before you give anything else out. And don't give it to the people who have not been affected by the COVID. I don't want the money. We don't need it. There are too many starving people in Ohio that need it. Yes. Yeah. CCW, CCH, however you want to call it. I do believe that, David. If you have one, I mean, well, one, it's against the Constitution anyways because it's our right to actually bear arms and to carry it. I get it, but I know we have some constitutionalists out there. I understand, but I'd rather put a Band-Aid on the issue, and then we can take care of it afterwards. So, without flooding the whole, we shouldn't have to have a CCW to carry our weapon, obviously hidden, concealed, because that's unconstitutional. I get that. Take that, put it aside. In regards to what David was talking about with the CCW, yes, it should be some sort of federal program or a federal one way. Everyone does it. Once it's done, it's for all states. Yeah, first and foremost, Ruth, if there's ever an issue, like what's happening right now, or the government shutdown, where we can't come to decisions, so we're going to shut down. No, you stay in your office and you figure it out. We have a crisis on our hand, and our leaders, who are the ones supposed to help us through it, are going to take till July 21st off. I mean, now, I'm not going to try bashing Hagen, but Hagen needs to speak up a little bit right now on this. I want to know what she plans on doing. Why isn't she bringing these things up? I want to hear her views on this, because she's also fighting for my vote. So I want to hear her views. If anyone knows Christina, or if she's watching, please answer these questions, Hagen. I mean, you are the Republican nominee. So stop posting something about we need to bring jobs back and stop sending them to China. Yeah, we all know that. We got it. You don't have to do that every day. We got it. We understand you did the heartbeat bill. Got it. You don't have to remind us all day, every day. Talk about something new. I want to hear, what are you going to do if we were in a situation, if Pelosi says we're off to the 21st, will you still be working? That's what I want to know. Whether I get elected to Congress, again, when I race Tim Ryan 2 years from now, or whatever race I go in, I will always be working. I will never be off. I don't care if the government shuts down or not. If we're in a crisis and you're looking to your leadership for a path, for improvement, for something better, then our leaders need to work. Hence what I talked about before. You got leaders and bosses. Pelosi is just a boss. She comes in, clocks out, and she's done. A leader stays clocked in 24/7 and doesn't even touch the punch card. They punch it in and that's it. They continue to lead till they're out of whatever position they're in. And even though they're out, they continue. You guys ever watched the movie Gladiator? He went from general to slave, back up. His mindset, his attitude never changed. The status and the title doesn't mean nothing. It's who you are on the inside and what you do. How you can lead, how you can motivate other individuals around you to succeed. And that's what I want in an elected official. Someone who can motivate me to succeed. Someone who can motivate individuals around them to inspire them to improve not only their lives, but the people around their lives. That's what we need. Because right now our country is being laughed at by every other country out there. Because of what's going on. It's pathetic. It's sad. It needs to get fixed. I don't even see a time. Where we at? 41 minutes? Okay, we're good. They're not. And I'm going to say this about the Republicans, too. And I've told you guys since day one. I will call the Republicans out as well. Now, they're not crazy like the left is. But there are some things that they're doing that's driving me nuts. Which is, I'm not hearing anything from them. I am not hearing nothing from them. Except a tweet here and there. I don't care. A tweet takes 5 seconds. What are you doing to work? Oh, I'll work hard. We're working. What are you doing? That's what we want to know. Don't say we are working or we have a plan. What is that plan? What step are you in on that plan? Keep the people informed. When you have a job, like for me, I have a job. I have a boss. I tell my boss where I'm in. When she gives me a task, I let her know, hey, we're here. Or, hey, we had a hiccup. I just want you to know it's going to be delayed. This is what we're doing to fix it. That's it. We're not saying, oh, we got to a snag. We don't have a solution. It's no, hey, it's going to take longer. We had a hiccup. This is what happened. But here's what we're doing to fix it. And she's always happy. Always happy. Because we always get the job done. And we always come to her with a solution when something happens. Our elected officials are just saying, we need this. We need that. Well, no kidding. I want to be like, no shit, Sherlock. And yeah, I just cussed. But no kidding, right? America is going down. We're like that guy on The Price is Right, that yodeler. He's going all the way up. He's going, and he's falling right back down. No one's catching the yodeler and helping him get back up. Hey, Samantha. Tell John I said hi. We definitely have to go on the bike eventually. The weather's getting better. Getting good. I'm not sure about a 5-hour drive. I was actually contemplating going to Arlington for Monday. But I don't think I could ride my bike that far without taking like 5 or 6 stops. The fundraiser? We're still planning the fundraiser. We definitely want to bring awareness to PTSD and help out veterans. This week's going to be all about veterans. We're thinking towards September. We want to choose a date and get it locked on, but it's hard to get a date when things are closed and we have a rhino of a governor threatening to shut down the state again if people don't start wearing their masks at bars, when it's impossible to drink a beer when you have a mask on. It's impossible to eat French fries and wings when you have a mask on. And you're not going to sit there and see people put the mask on, take a drink, and put the mask back on. It's not going to happen. It's too annoying. It's off. Going to eat. That's it. So until we can have a definitive answer that the governor is going to open and not shut us down, because I hate for people to put a lot of effort into this to get it to be successful, and the governor shut it down. The veterans deserve more than that. You were out there on Saturday? I was actually finishing my, or semi-finishing my closet on Saturday and Sunday. Still work in progress. One man, but my wife's a slave driver. She's always cracking that whip saying, fix this, fix that. I'm only saying that because I saw her viewing me right now. But yes. Unless anyone has any questions, I will let you guys know one thing. We're going to change the days that we're doing this podcast. We'll let you guys know. The reason being is my wife started a new semester, and I want to make sure she has adequate time to study. She's doing great. I'm extremely proud of her. She's amazing. She's going to nursing school at Kent State Salem. It's all online. She's like me. I can't stand online classes. I need to be in front of an instructor. So this whole online thing, because the closure is kind of confusing. So I want to make sure she has adequate time to study, do her exams, get her reports done. So we're going to limit it down to 2 days. We're going to choose the 2 best days of the week. This will obviously be one of them, but I'll keep you guys informed. So with that being said, thank you everybody for joining. I appreciate everybody. Share this. Let everybody know. If you want to assist in this fundraiser, yes, we don't have a date. Let us know. Shoot us a message. We're going to make sure it's within Trumbull, Mahoning County area, in the Portage, anywhere in Ohio. But let us know. We'll take your information down. We'll keep you informed. We'll create a group text or a group chat that we all can compile some ideas and brainstorm. All right. So thank you all. I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Well, I still stand for the flag, for the red, white, and blue. I do it to respect the sacrifice for truth, and I still go out of my way to shake a veteran's hand and tell them